So we are live. We are here. Welcome to this special edition. This is ahead of Oberhausen Octagon 44. That goes down this Saturday night. That is right. We're going to the Rudolf Weber Arena for the very first time, and we have a fantastic card. Let's look at what you will be getting excited about on Saturday night to start with, working all the way up from our YouTube free prelim, Shaban versus Godzilla. That is a hell of a fight. That will be on our YouTube channel, our main channel, to whet your appetite for what is ahead. We've got some big German names in there. Now, Fuka is there. Of course, we've got Jungwirth and also Grabinski in those tip sport game changer fights. But top of the card, we have the interim light-heavyweight contest that will see Pavel Langer take on Alexander Poppeck. This is the fight, and I said it in the build-up that we didn't know we wanted, but thank goodness it is here. We will be speaking to both these guys. We're going to bring them onto the pod so that we can get their reaction, their thoughts before they step inside that cage. But before they do that, let's just remind each other why this is such an exciting fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, let's see.
The fight for the interim light-heavyweight champion title has a clear favourite.
A fighter on the rise, Alexander Ironside Poppeck.
Pavel Langer steht mir im Weg und deswegen muss weggeräumt werden.
But do not underestimate Pavel Langer. That would be a huge mistake.
Pavel je nepredvídateľný. Toto je to najhoršie na tom Pavlovi.
Trying to get a good bite. Oh, that's it!
Momentálne sa cítim v životnej forme.
He will be the outsider and on enemy soil, just the way he likes it. This is the fight we didn't know we needed.
So that's the opportunity for Langer to come in here, nothing to lose, give it everything.
Viking Poppeck has a clear goal ahead of him. Thrill 12,000 fans in the arena and be the first German fighter to win the Octagon title.
Pavel mich nirgendwo überraschen kann.
Poppeck looking for the finish. That is it!
Sústredím sa len na tento cieľ a len toto ma môže posunúť ďalej, že zvíťazím.
This will be the biggest night of these two fighters' lives. Honor, glory, and the title of champion will be at stake.
Goosebumps, absolute goosebumps thinking about this one and what is going to go down with regards to this fight coming up. We have got both guys sat waiting to come and join us. So I'm going to invite to the stream to start with the one and only Pavel Langer. Pavel Langer, let me just make you bigger, my friend. You deserve a full screen. Let me just fix this for you before we add you to that. Oh, of course, technical problems. Trying to do this on my own. There we go. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hi, Brian. Hello to all the spectators.
Thank you for joining us. So you're in Kosice, right? This is your home, your beautiful home, yeah?
Yes, Košice, Slovakia is my hometown.
Now, this fight, I mean, it is a true underdog story, really. Like your rise to be able to get this fight through what you've been through, the fights you've had, to the battle with Javier. What was it like getting the phone call or being told that you would be fighting for this interim title?
Man, I've got goosebumps and I wasn't hesitating even for a while. I answered in a minute that yes, I'm in. Count with me. I'm going there.
And because I don't know if you remember this, but we got a taxi together from Munich to the airport.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
And it was great because I hadn't spent much time with you before, but you were so happy and relaxed. Your team were off the back of the performance against Javier. You were on a real high. Just describe those moments. Describe, that fight and beating Javier on home soil.
It was amazing, and I still got goosebumps when I remember of it. I'm just the average guy who isn't even professional. I am full-time working, so it's an honor for me that I could share cage with such a warrior than Rafael Xavier is, and that I managed to beat him, and that I get this chance to fight for the interim title. So I'm very honored, and I give everything to this preparation. if I can call it preparation, because sometimes I thought it's a torture.
Because people might not know this about you, but you work as well, right? You have a full-time job alongside training. Have you had to do work and train all the way through this camp, or have you been able to put the job aside to focus on this?
I was working for whole time. I just take 2 weeks of vacancy, so I was training a little much more.
One of the things you said in Octagon, the series coming up to it, the Unlocked series and the Showdown, which was fantastic for both of you. This profile it's given this fight was you almost said things like this don't seem to happen to people like me, or you weren't expecting something like this to happen to somebody like you. Could you just explain that a little bit?
I know that I'm not the best fighter in the world. I know that I'm not on the big winning streak, 3 or 4 or 5 wins in a row. I know that I was average person before this fight, and just this fight rushed me into the top 100 of fight metrics and gives me some credit. So I'm very thankful that it goes this way and that I have this opportunity to prove my qualities in such a match. Main event, 12,000 people, and awesome.
It's a fairy tale story, and what was nice as well about the series, the Unlock series coming up to it, was we got to see some of your home. We got to see you with your father as well. What was it like when you told your father and your family that you would be fighting for a world title?
They couldn't believe it. They were shocked and they were very, very, very excited and happy for me. They know that how much I suffer and how much how hard is it to train, and they prayed for me with from the bottom of the heart. They were very happy.
I have to ask, how tall is your dad?
My dad is maybe 175 centimeters tall.
And how tall are you?
I'm 196 centimeters.
So when did your dad have to stop telling you off? Were you like 14 and looking down on him? When did this happen?
I think it never stopped, and there is still respect because he's an older person and he's a father, and you should respect your parents for whole life, not just when you are smaller.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So look, this is a huge fight, and it's a huge fight in enemy territory, we'll call it, because you're taking on Alexander Poppeck, who has now become a big star over in Germany through his wins over the likes of Zavada. What are your thoughts on this matchup? What are your thoughts on the skill set of Alexander Poppeck?
He looks that is all-rounded opponent, that he can fight in stand-up, then he can wrestle, then he can do ground and pound. So it will be very interesting matchup, and we would see who would finish as a winner.
Did you see anything in his fights before, either the Haida Passage one or the one against Zavada, that you feel that your skills will, be higher in some regard, in some aspect?
We were watching all of his fights with the team, and we see some mistakes. We saw some mistakes which he's doing, and we were trying to find the right strategy. So, but one thing is to watch video, and one thing is to show it in the reality. So we would see at Saturday. We are ready for many opportunities, many options, and we would lead the fight this way, which option Alex would choose to fight.
The other story around this fight is that the winner will face Carlos Vermola for the unification bout. Now, Czech Republic and Slovakia have had in Octagon, there's a lot of history between big title fights, and even Vermola taking on big Slovakians like Attila Vey. What's your thought on that fight if it comes next?
It would be just a bonus. I'm not thinking really about it now because I need to do the last step, and that is Alexander Poppeck. So I'm not looking to future, which can be, but it is not 100%. I'm looking forward just for this fight, and I hope that I would manage to do this last step and would become a champion.
Well, you mentioned Alexander Poppeck. Let's bring the man himself into the stream now. So we welcome Ironside himself, Alexander. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's great to have you here. Yeah. Say hello. Go for it.
Hi, Alex.
What's up?
What's up? Well, what's up is the title fight on Saturday. This is going down in Germany in Oberhausen in the Rudolf Weber Arena. I've just talked to Pavel about his build up towards this fight. This as well, you have come in as a big favorite on the betting odds. Do you feel some pressure with that?
No, not at all, because a fight is a fight for me, and I don't care if I'm the favorite or the underdog, so it doesn't really matter.
Were you surprised that it's Pavel that you'll be facing? Is this something, because you were looking at, again, the victory over Javier was amazing from Pavel. Were you impressed with that victory? And were you impressed that he's the one that you will face on Saturday?
So, yeah, it was surprising that he beat Javier, but he did really well. And so he deserved his ranking and also deserved the title shot. So, yeah, my respect goes to him. And he had a good fight against Javier. So, yeah, now here we are.
Thank you, Alex.
There you go. Nice respect between the two. There was a moment in the video, and I know you were in training and you were, had the cameras in your face, Alexander. But there was a point where it said you have to get through Pavel, and you don't think he can bring anything that could stop you. What have you seen that you feel that you will dominate in this fight? What just expand on those comments for me.
I feel like Pavel, he shows some habits in his fights. So I believe he will fall back into these habits in our fight as well. So, yeah, but we will see Saturday.
What do you have to say to that, Pavel?
Everybody has some bad habits. I also saw some mistakes on the Alex game. So it's just on us who would manage to show better performance on Saturday.
What do you think your key to victory will be, Pavel? Where do you think that you can gain this victory, and how do you see this fight finishing?
We would see. I'm not going to say nothing in forward, so we would see how the fight would go.
And what about you, Alexander? I think you've talked about your team talks. They can see a finish in this fight. They believe that you're in the prime of your life. This camp has been the best you've had. Do you think you can finish Pavel?
Yeah, of course. I think that I can finish him. If I wouldn't do that, I am not in the right place. Yeah, it can go 5 rounds. It can end earlier. I don't care. I'm prepared for everything, and also I don't care where the fight will happen. Yeah, I try to decide where the fight will happen.
We've talked briefly to Pavel about what happens after this fight, which is obviously the unification bout, which would come with Carlos Vermola. Now, Pavel, you've said that you aren't looking past this fight. You've barely, in fact, in all the videos I've watched, you've not mentioned that fight. Whereas, Alex, I've seen you mention it a couple of times, not just Vermola, but also the other light heavyweight that's floating around in Germany, Putz as well. There's other names that seem to be on your lips as well. how do you take that, Pavel? If he's already looking and thinking about other fights, does that make you think that maybe he's not fully focusing or respecting what you could bring to the cage?
Everybody has his own way of thinking, and this is his way. So it's good to be self-confident and believe to his skills, but both of us need to do the last step, and nobody knows who would be the winner now.
That's true. It happens Saturday. That's the exciting thing. Alex, as far as what Pavel's been talking about, the only thing he has said as far as how he might see it in the videos that I've watched is that the championship rounds could come into play. You've never had a 5-round fight before, is that correct?
No, I didn't have had one, but yeah, we prepared accordingly. So all we did is like every set, sparring or pad work or grappling, we went 5 rounds, and I'm prepared for that.
And you as well in your gym, it's super small for that amount of light heavyweights that you've got in there. But it feels like a very strong team, both of you. In fact, there's a lot of similarities in the way you've prepared with, a very close team, bringing people that understand you and can help you to get you ready for this moment. How important has your team been to you, Alex, especially not just for this fight, but, on the journey so far?
Yeah, it's the most important. Without the team, you cannot do anything. And we also spend time outside of the gym together. So we are friends and training partners as well. And we support each other, and this is the way to go. And regarding the gym, actually, we will have a bigger one. So, yeah. But I'm happy with the team. We have a lot of heavy guys, tall guys. So I can prepare very well. And I wanted to say one more thing about Pütz and Vemola. It's more the media that is pushing that, asking me those questions. Of course, I'm not overlooking the next fight. This is the next step. I'm always thinking like step by step. Yeah, I just wanted to make that
Do you know, you're both such nice guys. In fact, somebody in the thing has literally just dropped a comment. You both look like great human beings, which is absolutely true. This is the beauty of martial arts, right? You are. This is the sport you do. This is how you do. But what is on the line this Saturday is the thing of dreams, right? This is the thing that you've probably laid awake thinking about. Pavel, maybe you even thought you never would get a shot at a title like this. I mean, what are you willing to do in there to make sure that this dream stays alive for you? And I know it's the horrible thing. There will be a winner and a loser, and someone's dreams will be broken. But Pavel, how far and how willing are you to go to get that belt and to have that dream come true for you?
For 100%, I'm going to leave there everything from me, everything which I'm capable of, and I hope that I would be the better one that night.
And I'll say the same to you, Alex, because I know you've thought about this. You're rising not just Octagon, but in German MMA as well. The profile has really shot up, and I can see a huge following. Even though you're not near Munich, it's the other part of the country. There's a lot of support coming to witness you try and become the first German Octagon champion, which is history as well. How far are you willing to go? Where's your mind at now to achieve this dream?
Yeah, sure. My mind is that the belt now is my destiny, and I will have it around my waist. This is what will happen Saturday.
And how do you see that sort of coming to fruition? Do you feel like that you won't even get to those championship rounds? Do you feel like you can finish it before the 3rd or the 4th?
Yeah, let's see. That's what I said. I don't. The finish will happen in the fight. If it comes to finish, you can see it, and then you finish the fight. But if it will go over the time, I don't care. I just I will give everything to be the winner. Right.
one thing that I saw in the comments when you were making the videos, or we were making the videos with you for the promo for this fight, Pavel, you said through your fights and through your experience, you feel like you've got more will to stay in the fight. If it gets bad and it's not going your way, you feel like you've been in those situations and you've learned to overcome them. What do you say to that, Alexander? Do you feel like there's a question as far as your durability coming that way?
No, not at all. That's a funny question. Not at all. But yeah, he's tough and he's durable. But so am I. There's no question. I will fight to the very end.
And what's it like for you, Pavel? This, I know you beat Javier on German soil, but this is going to be in Oberhausen as the main event. Do you thrive on that energy? Because it's going to be a big crowd for Poppeck. How did those moments feel? Just describe that for us. I know you're somebody who doesn't really share the emotions, but when you're stepping out there and thinking, just describe.
Can't tell it right now because the emotions will arrive when I would enter the arena. So I don't know how it would be. It's all time it's different when I wake up at the hotel, and each fight is different from me.
How was it with the Javier one then? Because he had good support there. What was that like?
I wasn't interested in the crowd. I was just focused on my performance, and that was everything what I was focused on.
We're coming to the last stages of preparation now. We're just a few days out. I take it all the sparring is done. It's just about making that weight now. The size of you, Pavel, when you come in, you are every bit the light heavyweight. Do you feel that size will matter in the cage on Saturday night? Do you think you can use that to your advantage?
Hope so. Well, we would see. I think that it is possible.
And Alexander, you kind of mentioned it the other way as well, saying that he's probably going to be bigger. Have you been preparing with bigger guys? How's that gone?
Yeah, I have guys that are the same height as Pavel and much heavier. I don't believe he will weigh like 100 kilos in the fight. Fought taller guys before, so yeah, that's it.
I'm going to let you go in a second, Pavel. I just want to get you before you disappear, just to reach out to the fans, because I've seen that there's been quite a swell of support for you as well. This underdog story has really caught people's hearts. Do you recognize that you're now helping inspire people as well? And what does that mean to you?
That means a lot. It's very good that you can have influence on people, and only if you manage to change one life, it is worth all of this hard working and these things.
All right, I'll let you go in a second. Just before I do, anything to say to each other just before you disappear, and you will see each other on the stare downs on Friday night?
I have nothing to say. I think that both of us are prepared and the preparation is over. So Alex looks like he's in good condition. So stay healthy, and we would see on Friday on the scale.
Fantastic. And Alex, do you want to say anything before I just let Pavel disappear?
Yes, for me it's the same. Like, stay healthy, have a good travel, and we will see each other.
Total respect. I'm so excited for this fight, guys. This is going down. And Pavel, I cannot wait to see you there. Congratulations on all you've achieved over the last 12 months in particular. And we will see you on at weigh-ins, but then we'll see you in the cage on Saturday night, Pavel. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, mate.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What a nice guy, right? Why would you fight him? He's a great, my goodness. I am so excited for this fight. And have you felt like a real surge now behind you with the German fans? Because from Munich and that walkout and that performance to now getting this title shot, how's that been?
Yeah, it started something, it's so much media appearance and so many more followers, much more fans. Actually, I think it started in Frankfurt a little bit. and then Munich. This was the main thing, which it got started big time. And yeah, I feel excited about it. So I've worked over 10 years for this moment to be in this position, and now I just enjoy and try to give my best to so it can stay like that, or it can even get much better.
The coming out party for you, obviously the Heider Passage fight was it was so quick and it was so dominant, but it kind of established you and got your name big in Octagon. Then this happened. I just want to play this for you, and I want you to talk about exactly how this felt and the emotions following it.
And here Poppeck's been chanted around this arena.
So it should be absolute dominance for the second and third rounds, completely in control. Done well in the first as well, but the second and the third have been, been all one-way traffic.
And here we have the final seconds of the fight, possibly the final seconds in the career, the storied career of Martin Divider. But that bell summons the new era, the new dawn, the new dominant light heavyweight force here in Germany, and his name is Alexander Poppeck.
It was such a nice experience. You can't describe it in words. You have to be there and feel it.
Your version of a nice experience and my version of a nice experience are very different things. Mine don't end up with, blood of another man all covered in it, but it really was your coming out party, that, because Zawada was, and he is a legend. He really is, one of the best to ever come out of Europe, not just Germany, but out of Europe. And the display was so dominant, so brutal, so bloody. And there was no doubt in anybody's mind that you would be next for that title off the back of that. But the best bit is just the chants of Poppeck around that arena. I had to take my headphones off to listen to those fans, those wild fans of yours in your home city. Just describe the emotions of feeling that sort of love from your country, from your city.
Yeah, it was so amazing. Even during the fight, I could hear the people screaming my name and pushing me. It's simply amazing. I can't describe it any other way. And those moments are, for a fighter, you will never forget in your life. And you can watch those videos forever. And yeah, it's just amazing to have this journey and experience this kind of moments.
Those moments as well, you talk about them lasting forever. They will also be like your legacy. These moments will be your legacy. And fighting, it's prize fighting, so money is there, titles and belts are part of it, but the combined legacy is always what fighters talk about. That's the thing. And you're on the precipice, right on the edge now, of becoming the first ever German to hold an Octagon belt. An Octagon being the biggest promotion in Europe, that has got to give you so many emotions. Can you just describe how that, even thinking about that, feels?
When I think about it, for now, it just gives me like super motivation, because now the last step is the fight versus Pavel. First, I have to get through him, like I said. And but yeah, the emotions when I get the belt around my waist, I think they will be the most amazing feeling so far in this career.
Not just about taking a belt and putting it around your waist, but taking it home to your family, right?
Yeah.
Because I've met briefly your wife. I haven't met your child yet, but I've seen them in the videos and how much they mean to you. And the gym is literally right below your house. What will that feel like to walk through the door and lay that belt on the table on the side of your baby's pram or your cot, just so she won't even recognize yet what daddy has achieved, but you will know what she will know in the future. What does that feel like, and do you picture that?
Yeah, sure. I already pictured that in my head. As a fighter, I think you have to do those kind of things. Like, if you want to call it like mental training, whatever. But you have to prepare your subconscious mind to it. And if you see it, you can achieve it, and yeah, this is what I'm doing it for the family, for the child, to show them with hard work you can go somewhere and you can be on top. And this is what I want to show as a father and as a person, as an athlete, not only to my own children, but to my guys in the gym, to the younger generation. So yeah, you have to keep pushing. You have to have a dream, and eventually you will get there. And yeah, I also want to motivate other people with that.
Also, what has happened with Octagon coming to Germany is there has been like an evolution in German MMA. It's kind of risen really quickly. The size of the events Octagon are doing, the profile for the fighters, and also the experience for the fans. There's never been a big show that feels like a German show in Germany. What do you say to the fans? I mean, there's still some tickets going. What would you say to the fans as far as coming to an experience, an Octagon event, not just one that you're at the top of, but as a whole, what it's like to be part of?
Yeah, even as a fan, it's an amazing experience. This fight card right now and all Octagon events are the best in Europe, and you can't miss it. You can't miss it. It's different to be on the TV watching the pay-per-view. It's still good, but in the arena, it's a different feeling, and it's so amazing what Octagon brought here to Germany. Like you said before, we didn't have those big shows, but now it's, man, you have to be there and feel it. It's such a great energy.
They're big shows, and you are headlining the big show in the Rudolf Weber Arena this Saturday night, my friend. It is it's an unexpected title fight between you two. The rise of Pavel Lange and the story behind him is something special outside of Germany, inside of Germany. Your rise, the rise of Ironside, this absolute, meteoric rise, not just on the scene as far as the fans, but I see other fighters recognizing the work you're doing and how good you are getting. So do you have a message? Do you have a message for all the fans that support you, all the people that have been behind you and ahead of this fight, your headline fight on Saturday?
Yeah, just a massive thank you to everyone who is following me, supporting me, are in my corner, like helping me with the training, the family, everyone who is supporting me and sharing those videos, liking those videos, commenting. It just helps us as athletes. And yeah, I'm very thankful for everyone, each and everyone who is supporting.
And I'm thankful that you'll be getting a bigger gym. This is I know the Octagon crew, when the guys have to go film there, they have to dodge punches as well while they're filming you. So I'm glad this is all growing as well. But once again, Alex, it's an honor to talk to you. I'm very honored to call your fight on Saturday night. It is a wonderful battle between two absolute gentlemen. We've just seen that there. There's not animosity. There's no bad blood. It's going to be two athletes coming in the best shapes of their lives, looking to make their dreams come true. So, Alex, we will see you Saturday night. Thank you once again, my friend.
Thank you very much. See you there.
Alexander Poppeck and Pavel Lange. That is our main event Saturday night, Octagon 44, the Rudolf Weber Arena in Oberhausen. Will be absolutely rocking for the entire card. Two Tip Sport Game Changers fights on that as well, including two Germans. We have got Christian Jungwirth taking on Bojan Velichkovic, and then you have got Mo Grabinski taking on the one and only Michaelides. Underneath that, a fantastic card. You can join us on pay-per-view, octagon.tv, or why not come to the Rudolf Weber Arena? Go to eventim.de, eventim.de. Tickets are still available. So that is our main event for Saturday. You can join us any which way you want, but do not miss it. I've been Bryan Lacey, and we will see you again next time. Thank you.